Hi everybody. The other day I did a video to show you how to propagate your cutting. Today I'm gonna show you after your cutting is rooted, how to you transplant them from this fabric pot into the regular pot, okay? And what kind of soil mixture you're gonna use. All right, so let's first talk about when you can actually transplant your rooted cutting. So actually, this cutting I have already been rooted for about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So as you can see, it is a very thin cutting. Okay, so usually you don't want to transplant them right away after they rooted. Okay, so like this one right here, you can see the root is coming out right there, but I don't see a lot of root yet, so I might keep it in there for a little longer. But like for a cutting like this one here, you can see like you already have a new growth. And then if you look at the bottom, it already have quite a few new root coming out. So for this one, it's ready for a transplant. Okay, so if you see just one root, just don't rush out there and transplant it, because you might kill it. Actually, it get killed very easily during the transplant. Like, let me show you this one here. Yeah, I have one. I don't see many, but I probably will still transplant it because I think it need to be transplanted. Okay, so there you go. So today we're just gonna do all 4 of them. I would say, because I keep them in there for quite a long time already, so I think they should be ready. So generally after it's rooted, and for 3 weeks, I would say 2 to 3 weeks, you can transplant them. Okay, let's get started. So what do we need? So of course we need a pot. So I use this is a quart size pot. You can also use a 1 gallon pot. It doesn't matter. But I would say if your cutting is small like this, try to go to a smaller pot, okay? Because you don't want it to have too much. Because if you have a lot of soil, a lot of big pot like this, no, this is actually okay. Like a big pot like 5 gallon or 3 gallon, there will be too much moisture trapped in there, and then every time when you water, you might have too much water and you might cause a root rot. So I will not recommend that. Go for a smaller size, and then you can actually change it after the root started to come out, grow out from the bottom of the pot. It's gonna be a while. Don't rush on them. They are babies, okay? So and then you need to do a soil mix. So for me, again, it's similar to your propagation soil. You need to have perlite. I'm using the Combo's organic humus today, but you can also use the organic potting mixture, the soil potting mix, that soil that you use for when you do the propagation. You can use the same thing as well. Doesn't really need to have the humus. Okay, I'm just using it because that's what I have in my hand, and I like the humus because they always give the extra nutrition. All right, and so how about the mixture? So the mixture is, for me, I'm doing like 20% perlite and then 80% humus when I am doing the transplanting. Okay, because they do need to be, because now the cutting is already rooted out, so it need more moisture than when I do the propagation. When I do the propagation, it doesn't need to hold up the water more, but now it has a root. So it need more water in the soil, but still very good drainage. That's why we add the perlite. All right, so let me do the mixing and I will show you after that. So here I have 20% of the perlite and 80% of the potting mix or humus here. So I'm just gonna mix it up really well. This soil is pretty wet already, but usually after you mix it, you want to add some water, but because this is already wet, so I'm not going to add water today. Just keep in mind that you need to add some water, okay, after you mix it. Alright, so this is how it looks like after it got mixed up. So what you do first is we're going to fill up at a little bit bottom of the pot. Now before you do that, try to measure where is it gonna end, and then you will know how much you need to actually fill out at the bottom. So for here, I'm gonna fill out until, let me see, get that, that's just soil. So I'm gonna fill up like about quarter of it, okay, at the bottom. Okay, then just measure it. I think a little bit more. Okay, just put in. All right, see, that looks about right. Okay. So you just do the measuring before you open it up, okay? So now, the next step is we're gonna cut it open, okay? So let me show you. So this is, I use a scissor to cut this part all the way around it until the end of it, until the bottom. And then I'm gonna open it up entirely. Now, it might crumble up a little bit when you open it up, but that's okay. Just try not to disturb the root ball as much as you can. And if it tear up a little bit, like let's say when you open it up, it tear this spot of a root a little bit, and that is fine too. It's not gonna really break it because they have more root inside there. Okay. Okay. So let me show you. So after you take it out, this is how it looks like. I'm not sure if you can see, but there are quite some roots already at the bottom right there. It's pretty hard for you all to see, but I'm not gonna open up the soil to show you the root because it's gonna be very big damage to the seedling. So I'm just gonna plot the whole thing in there, and then I will show you what to do. You see, you can see the root right here already. You see that? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna pop it in there, and then we're gonna fill up the rest with more soil. Okay. It's all in. So now I'm just top it up with more soil around it. Sorry. Okay. Then you just press around it. Press the soil down around it. Okay. And that's it. And then after that, you just place it at the area with a bright light. Okay. But shelter it from wind. You just, you know, just right at the where you have some morning sunlight. That's great. You know, before you put it out there in the full sun. So you just put at a spot for about, I would say about 2 weeks. Then when you see it start to grow out, then you can put it at a full sun area. But let me, okay, now you can water your plant. Okay, now finally you can water it the first time after it's rooted. Make sure the water is drip out. Make sure the drainage is good before you leave it alone. And then that's it. Do not put any fertilizer, okay? You see, I do not put any fertilizer at all in there. If you want the fertilizer, you can use some liquid, very dilute liquid fertilizer, but it's really not really necessary at this point. Okay, all right, that's it. Hopefully it helps, and hopefully some of you have success in the propagation and be able to do this step of the video. All right, let me know if you have any question in the comment, and thank you for watching. So just to show you, this is one of the seedling that I accidentally, you know, have all the soil come out. So I'm just gonna show you how the root looks like. You see how well it is branch out right now. So this one will be a good root system. If anything, like if it's just one root, it's gonna be gone if you transplant it at that time. So this is after you keep it in there for 3 weeks. Okay,